Okay, guys, so here's the last piece of your homework. We will have the summative on tomorrow, so please make sure that you are practicing. And remember, these summatives weigh heavy on your grade, and we don't get retakes for these. So try your best to study to make sure you're okay. So let's go ahead and jump into a question. It says a tangent segment and a secant segment are drawn to a circle from a point outside the circle. So it's telling me a tangent segment and a secant segment. And what's going on with those? They are drawn from a point outside of the circle. And then the next one talks about the length of the tangent segment. And here's what about it is 5 inches. So that's important. And then it says the external segment is next of the tangent segment is 5 inches. And then we have a question. And we'll come back to the question when we get finished drawing the picture. So I'm going to draw a picture because if I'm having a tangent, that means I have a circle. So I have a tangent segment and a secant segment. There we go. To some point out here. We're going to call it point P. It says the length of the tangent segment is 15. Okay, it says the external segment of this the secant measures 5 inches. So I'm gonna put 5 here. What is the measure of the internal? Now I have the question. What is the measure of the internal secant segment? So that's this piece right here. So we can use this formula here. Toe equals outside times hold. Well, we spell toe in tangent equals outside times hold. So we get 15 squared equals outside is 5, and then 5 plus x, or x plus 5. Our issue here is the x is on the wrong side, so I'm going to go ahead and switch this over. Now I'm going to work my math. 25 plus 5x equals 15 squared. So let's go grab the calculator. 15 squared, 225. All right, minus 25, minus 25, 5x equals 200 divided into 5, divided into 5, x equals 40. So, did we answer the question? It said the internal piece. Yep, we're done. We found the internal piece to be 40. Finished with that question. And now it says find the missing arc. That's this piece out here. Okay. So we have an angle on the outside, so we know we can do 2 theta equals the big arc minus the little arc. This would be the big arc, this would be the little arc, and this is the angle. So we're going to go substitute in 2 times 65 equals the big arc, which we're going to call x, minus the little arc, 73. So here we got a situation. The x is on the wrong side, so we're going to switch that thing up. Okay, so here, this is negative, so I can distribute that. Now that's negative 73 equals 120. So this is going to be 130. Yeah, 130. And then I'm going to plus 73, plus 73. X equals 203. And did I answer the question? Yes, and it's 203 degrees. So we're finished with that. So let's go ahead and go to the next question. It says a landscaping company is painting flowers around the edge of a circular pond with a radius of 14 inches. So this is about somebody's planting flowers around the edge of a circular pond. And what about it? This pond has a radius of 14 feet. Okay, that's what it's talking about. And the next part is about a 60-degree section will be planted with yellow flowers, which will be spaced 6 inches apart. Now it says how many yellow flowers are needed. Okay, so let's go in here and draw a picture. We draw a picture. We got a circular pond with the radius of 14 feet. So here we go, 14. And then it says a 60-degree section. So I'm going to go ahead and stick 60 right here. degree section will be planted with yellow flowers. So that means, so inside of here, I'm going to put yellow flowers. Oh wow, we're putting flowers inside the pond. Okay, so the yellow flowers are going inside this pond. And it says which will be spaced 6 inches apart. So how many flowers are needed? So first we need to find the area of this sector because that's a piece of a circle. So the area of the sector is pi r squared times 360. Times theta over 360. So let's go ahead and find the area of the sector first. Pi, the radius is 14 squared, and this is going to be 60 over 360. And I'm going to use exact answers here. So, 14 squared, wait. And that's 98 over 3. Did I do that correctly? Yep. So the area of the sector is 98 over 3. And that's pi. And this is inches. No, that's a foot. So feet squared. Now this is the area, but the flowers are going to be 6 inches apart. So I need to take this and divide it by 6. So I'm going to say 98 over 3. And I'm going to divide that by 6. And that tells me I need about 6 flowers. So it's going to be 6 flowers in this space. So if I take this and I do 98 over 3 pi divided by 2. That means, hold on, I gotta go back. I'm gonna go ahead and convert the 98 over 3 to an approximate answer so I can see how much space I have in the approximate form. Okay, and now I'm gonna take that 102.57, so I'm gonna say 102.57, oh boy. And I'm divide it by 6. So actually I need 17 flowers. And we're gonna say about 17 flowers. They will need about 17 flowers. Okay? And this is not divided by 2. Sorry, babies. This is divided by 6 because there's going to be 6 inches of space in there. Okay. The next one says in the diagram below, the length of the arc is given. What is the radius? So we want to find this part. So we're going to use the arc length formula. So arc length equals 2 pi r theta over 360. So arc length equals 2 pi x 135 over 360, and we already know that the arc length is 15 pi. So here the x is on the wrong side, and I'm going to erase this information right here so I have my little space. Alrighty, and here times 360, here times 360 because we don't like fractions, so we get 2 pi x 135 equals clear, 15 times 360, that's 5,400 pi, and then we are going to divide by everything we don't want, since this is multiplication over here, so all of this go away, and we get 2 pi 135. Pi's go away, and then we're going to use our calculator to help us with the rest. So clear, 5,400 2 times 135, this is 20. So here x equals 20, and let me see what the units are. They didn't give us any, so we're going to say 20 units. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. It says a 90-degree section of a circle has an area of, so this is about a 90-degree section of a circle, and here is what's going on with that section, and it's saying find the radius. So area of a sector is pi r squared theta over 360. I'm going to go substitute in. So it told me that the 90-degree section, so whoa, I'm tripping. I need to draw a picture, guys. So let's get my picture going first. I am really tripping. Okay, so here's the circle, 90-degree section, got it. And it has an area of 4 pi, and it wants me to find the radius. Okay, now I'm cooking with Crisco. Okay, so I know the area is 4 pi, and we're gonna pi, the radius I don't know, theta is 90, and then we're gonna say over 360. Okay, so we're going to multiply this by 360 and multiply this by 360, and we get pi x squared 90 equals, I think that's going to be 4 times 360, and we're multiplying by that fraction because we don't, multiply by that denominator because we don't want that fraction. 1440 pi, and then we're going to divide by pi and 90, since that's multiplication over here, pi and 90. The pi goes away, so we get x squared equals 1440 divided into 90. So let's go 1440 divided into 90. That's 16, so x squared equals 16. So that means the radius is 4 centimeters. And we're finished. All right, let's go to the next problem. It says the area of a circle. So I'm talking about the area of a circle, and it's 6 pi inches squared. What is the radius and what is the diameter? So we have 2 questions here. So let's go ahead and get this. So a circle, and the area of this circle, oh, it's just saying it's 6 pi, and it wants me to find the radius, and then when I find the radius, it wants me to find the diameter. So that means the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. So if the area is 6 pi equals pi, and I want to find the radius, so I'm going to call that x squared. So I'm going to switch this around because this is not on the right side. That's a second, babies. x squared pi equals 6 pi. Okay, divided into pi, divided into pi. Pi goes away here. So we're left with, stuff that needs to be out my way. Hold on. Just a second, babies. Let me get a clear line drawn between these two problems. Okay, so we get x squared equals 6. And then you're going to take the square root of both sides because we don't want x squared, the square root. So we get x equals, we're going to grab our calculator, square root of 6, and we're going to say 45. So we're going to say 2.45. So that is the radius. And this is in inches. So the radius is 2.45 inches. Wait, erase some more. So the radius is equal to 2.45 inches. And the diameter would be to double that. So we would get 490 inches. Okay, all right, we're done with that one. Okay, these next two, it says find the area of the shaded region. So we have two circles, one circle inside of the other one. So I'm gonna say the area of the big circle is pi r squared, and then I'm gonna do the area of the little circle. It's also gonna be pi r squared. And then once I get these two areas, I'm gonna subtract them so I can see what the shaded region is. These are called concentric circles. So I would say the area of the big circle is equal to pi 18 squared, because the radius of this from here to here, that covers the big circle, so that's 18. So area of the big circle is, and I'm going to do exact answers. Clear, 18 squared is 324. So I get 324 pi, and this is going to be centimeters squared. So if I get the area of the little circle, so if this whole thing is 18 and this little piece out here is 8, that means the radius of this small circle right here is 10. And I'll just subtract the 18 from 8 to see what this piece is. So I get 10 squared, so the area of the little circle is 100 pi. And then I want to get the shaded region, so I do the area of the big circle minus the area of the little circle, which is going to be 324. This is centimeters squared. 324 minus 100. Okay, guys, don't forget to put the pi's on here. So the area that's left over is 224 pi, and it's going to be centimeters squared. All right, you're done with that one. The next one says find the value of x and y. Well, this is a quadrilateral inside of a circle. So here this tells me that these two should be supplementary and these two should be supplementary. I'm going to find x first because it has less work in it. Oops, look at me. Messed it up. They do not equal, babies. They're supplementary. So that means it should equal 180. So to solve for x, then minus 105, minus 105, 7x plus 1 equals 5. This is 7, so 75, and then I'm going to minus another 1 from that. You could have combined like terms. I just missed it, so I just carried it on. Equals 74. Divide by 7, divide by 7. So x equals, and this question asks us to solve for x. So we may be finished. So that is 10.57. So x is 10.57. And we solve for x here, assuming that I didn't do anything wrong. we should be good. And now I need to go and solve for y. All it asked was for x and y and not the angles. So we solve for y. Let me erase this so I can not have that in my space. Okay, so to solve for y, then I need to do 4y plus 14 plus 7y plus 1 equals 180. So here, I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. That gives me 11y plus 15 equals 180. Subtract 15, subtract 15. So I get 11y equals 5, 7, 165 over 11. And then y should be equal to 15. So y is equal to 15. All right, and I answered the question because all it asked for was x and y and not those actual angles. See if we have anything else. Nope, that is all, guys. Okay, so hopefully you can do these problems on your own. If not, try them again. And I will see you guys on tomorrow. We'll start the summative. Bye.